Governor Abbott was asked about the new Texas election audit yesterday on Fox News Sunday. Specifically, Chris Wallace wanted to know if the audit came in direct response to former President Trump asking for one.
These audits that the state of Texas is doing, they actually began months ago because the Secretary of State of Texas has an obligation to make sure that we do conduct audits in the state of Texas, and they have to be done in a way before any evidence about it would be eliminated, which will be next September.
Thursday afternoon, former President Trump posted a letter to Abbott saying, quote, "Despite my big win in Texas, I hear Texans want an election audit. You know your fellow Texans have big questions about the November 2020 election." And just hours later, the Texas Secretary of State's office released this statement saying the audit had already begun. However, 3 of the counties being audited, Harris, Dallas, and Tarrant, say they didn't know about the 2020 audit until they saw the same press release everybody else saw, which raises some doubt on the governor's claim that the audits were already underway. Here to talk about this is former Texas GOP Chairman James Dickey and senior strategist Glenn Smith from Progress, Texas. James, the Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins, who is at odds with the governor a lot, said the governor is taking his orders from Trump. What do you say to that?
I'd say that's cute. The Secretary of State, even in Texas, where government is much better run than is run in most of the rest of the country, we don't have bureaucrats able to get stuff done in minutes or in hours. The Secretary of State has an ongoing responsibility to audit our elections, and it is completely reasonable and unexpected, not unexpected at all, that they would be looking at stuff, especially an election like this one, where we saw such irregularities. The Harris County judge, for example, deciding that she was going to completely ignore a bunch of law and put drive-through election voting in, 9 of 10 places being heavily Democratic, and she just happens to be a Democrat. Those kind of irregularities merited an audit, and I'm glad that's happening.
All righty. Glenn Smith, is an audit of the 2020 election in Texas necessary?
No, it's not necessary. By the way, I have to correct Mr. James. She didn't do any such thing, and the Republicans use those innovations as much as Democrats, so quit lying about it, all right? Now, as far as this audit, there is no forensic audit underway.
So the drive-through just happened by itself? It wasn't actually done by any
Check out the number, James. I'm not going to give you a platform to lie. I am through listening to the lies from the other side. Tell the truth. There is no forensic audit underway in Texas. Abbott lied about that because he doesn't want to be tagged as the guy that's kissing Trump's shoes whenever Trump kicks him. So he lied about it. Talk to any election official in Texas. There is no forensic audit underway right now. Abbott was not telling the truth when he claimed that.
It is completely reasonable to have an audit of the election. In fact, it's in the law that the Secretary of State has the authority to do audits.
They have the authority to do a recount for 22 months after the election. That is not, they do not have the authority to look into personal or private information. Typically, as part of a forensic audit of any sort, they do not have that authority. They can't do a recount for 22 months after the election. No such recount is underway if you ask local election officials. So even that part's not true. And really, why doesn't the governor's office or the Secretary of State just tell us all what they have in mind? What kind of timeline, what they want to look at? Instead, they're hiding behind this sort of veil of secrecy, saying audit, 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 and they won't tell the people of Texas or the officials involved what it is they want.
Okay.
What's up with that?
All right. Well, we are out of time, unfortunately. Gentlemen, thank you both very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.